All right, welcome to the second episode of Motor Review. I am joined by myself, Jacob, Julio, and Skraj and Jesus.
Woo!
And today,
Yeah.
we are going to be talking about personally my favorite brand of car, Mazda.
Hell yeah.
Now, what is y'all's opinion on Mazda?
I'm already ready for this.
I'm so ready for this.
Their downfall started
Dude, it's always already
Late.
It's like, I'm applauding their downfall.
early 2010s, late 2000s.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
RX-8.
We'll get to it.
RX-8.
We'll get to it.
Well, I will admit, RX-8 is nice.
No.
You're gonna love the RX-8 portion of the
Did you just absolutely shit on it? Actually, no. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
Anyways.
We'll get to it.
Anyway, like many Japanese car manufacturers, Mazda started off producing products other than motor vehicles. The company began as the Tokyo Court. How do you say that? Kogyo?
Kogyo.
Kogyo.
And was founded in Hiroshima.
Oh.
Skraj, no. Japan.
Oh.
Founded in Hiroshima, Japan on the 30th of January 1920. It was later renamed to Tokyo Kogyo Co. What is it?
LTD.
Just LTD?
Yes,
Okay.
it's LTD.
That's what I thought. But
Yeah.
and in the late 1920s, had
Dude,
saved
Jesus.
from bankruptcy by the Hiroshima Saving Bank and other bank businesses, leaders in Hiroshima.
Jacob, you're gonna need to do some grounding process.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It's all good, bro.
In the earlier 1930s, Tokyo Kogyo moved from producing machine tools to vehicles. With the introduction of the Mazda Go
Auto rickshaw. During the Second World War, the company manufactured weapons for the Japanese military.
Thank you.
Imagine being killed by like a Mazda gun.
Oh yeah, this has Mazda.
Sponsored by Mazda.
When the company did not formally adopt the Mazda name until 1984, every vehicle they sold bore the name.
Wait, what?
What?
I mean,
So,
okay, so they didn't own the name.
No.
So they were just borrowing the name.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Beginning in the 1960s, Mazda was inspired by the NSU Row 80 and decided that they wanted to develop a rotary engine car themselves. Mazda management saw the Wanko rotary engine as a way of differentiating themselves from other
Oh,
Japanese
Jesus,
car
let's go.
makers.
The Wanko.
Manufacturers such as, how do you say that?
Citroen.
What?
Citroen.
Citroen. Citroen and General Motors stopped
GM.
development of the rotary engine. Mazda became the sole manufacturer of the technology for the automotive market.
It's only because they stopped development only because of how unreliable they were.
Yes.
Let's keep that clear.
Yes. In an effort to bring attention to itself and the Wanko rotary engine, Mazda decided to rapidly export its vehicles. The company's rotary models quickly became popular for their combination of good power and lightweight.
Like a very, very,
Very
sexy car.
Sexy car. I went down.
You went for it.
Yes. Where?
Two very sexy cars.
Okay.
The red's right next to
Following the 60s, Mazda continued to produce the rotary engine vehicles, and the company reached new heights when they launched their RX-7 sports car in 1978.
Oh,
let's go.
In 1989, they launched the Mazda MX-5 Miata, a car that would go on to become the most successful sports car of all time.
Basically, the ground level sports car,
Yeah.
4-cylinder, 5-speed manual, rear-wheel drive layout.
Which is just dropping bars.
The formula for
This
this
is why
best
we have
performance
this
car.
is-
Yeah, he knows.
Exactly, yeah.
He's an encyclopedia.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
he's taking his brain from now and then. Following the end of the RX-8's production, Mazda decided to shelve the rotary engine. Most of their normal cars used regular piston engines and decided it would be better to put their effort behind new technologies. Starting in 2014, Mazda began to ship cars with their Sky Active technology, and that has
Goodbye, Jesus.
Anyways. Yes.
Continue,
and improved
Jacob.
power output and fuel efficiency while reducing emissions.
Okay, Jesus, can you explain what the Sky Active technology is?
Basically, it's what Ford did with most of their EcoBoost engines. It's either a 6 or a 4-cylinder made it with the small twin turbo engine.
So
pretty
like
much.
it's
It's basically the formula for like a basic car. Right,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
like
give
every-
it fancy name Sky Active because apparently it's quiet. The engine's quiet. Sky Active. It's just
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
really
Okay.
stupid
So it's not
thing.
like
No, and I don't know if y'all. And I mean, I'm just saying, rotary in person, it sounds
Oh,
it sounds
yeah.
so nice.
so nice.
So nice, but yeah, basically Mazda really just folded.
That's
After
why
Did
that.
they give a year from when they shoved the rotary, or do you know?
So
They
after
said-
the, after,
they
the,
said,
after the RX-8, so
yeah,
I'm gonna
after
say
the
like
RX-8,
2012
yeah.
around
Yeah,
there.
probably.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I would say. The growing interest in electric and hybrid vehicles, Mazda decided to reinvest in rotary technology as a lightweight range booster. It is unknown what the future will hold for Mazda, but with the company's track record, they are sure to produce some special cars in the future. Don't know how to fucking read.
I'd love to see a hatchback with the
Ooh.
rotary.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys know the Mazda 3
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
3-speed.
with the rotary in the manual transmission.
That'd be
would
be
look
something.
nice. That would look really nice.
That would be something. I'd buy that. All right.
All right, bro.
All right, to our first car, RX-7 FD.
Hmm.
Third generation Mazda RX-7 is the most loved and well-regarded sports car of all time. It was widely futuristic when it first launched in 1992, and the design still holds up today. Compared to the boxy generation RX-7, second generation RX-7, the FD features smoother body lines. The new thought that was a comment. Okay, the new RX-7 FD elegant design was primarily the work of chief designer Yoichi Sato and Taiwanese automotive artist Wu Hongqin, who also worked on the MX-5.
Just
Miata.
a little comment. The cars is just so nice. They're so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
I think
if you haven't seen it, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
legit, like look, their body style. If you leave it stock, maybe add like some nice set of wheels, but just leave it stock. It's such a nice car.
Stock is
You don't have to do anything to do it. It's just a nice paintwork, and,
Oh, yeah.
and you're good.
you're literally
That's all you need with the car. But
you don't need to do literally anything to it.
basically,
It's
Can I
a
say
beautiful car.
that I really like the FC better?
Really?
like the FC,
FC. Oh.
more boxer design.
The second generation, basically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as mentioned.
Okay. Along with the updated body design, Mazda also fitted a new sequential twin-turbo 1.3 liter twin rotor engine. Ooh. The new design, 13B REW engine.
The most
Yeah.
like.
Yes.
What's that
Use
word?
hand gestures.
Yeah, hand gestures to explain something.
Spicy.
It's the most spicy rotary engines. I feel like.
I look. They
Which of
rev.
these?
No, I'm just saying they rev to 9,000 revolutions per minute,
That sounds like a
which is so
Oh,
high.
nice.
We're talking like motorcycle
Oh, yeah.
rev ranges
Yeah.
around there.
The engine produced
sounds like a whole car.
252 horsepower when the car first launched. However, by the end of the RX-7's production, the run power was rated at 276 horsepower.
The 276 horsepower comes from the derivative, the Spirit R edition of this car,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which came with better suspension, slotted disc brakes, and better aero for
Weren't
this
those
RX-7.
power numbers a lie though? Because they had
The compliant.
They had
There's
the
a
the
gentleman's
Japanese-
agreement. There's a gentleman's
Yeah.
agreement between Mazda, Nissan, and Toyota. I'll get into that with Toyota, but basically the limit was 230
yeah,
around there.
Really?
230 supposedly.
supposedly 230, but like that's what they were marketed as, but they've been dyno tested and proven to achieve higher, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
This powerful engine combined with a relatively low body weight of 1,300
Ooh.
kilograms meant that the RX-7 could go from 0 to 100 kilometers in just over 5 seconds. That is basically 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
With a top speed of around 260 kilometers per hour, which is about 160 miles per hour.
That's not bad.
For the power rating,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
that's really that's pretty good.
That's pretty
That's
good.
really good. That's more
No,
than
yeah, that's
pretty
really
That's
good.
really fucking good. In the last year of production, Mazda created a limited line of 1,504 RX-7 FDs that were labeled as Spirit R. The Spirit RX X7 featured all the extra features that Mazda fitted to their previous special edition models, such as a cross-drilled brake rotors.
And why were you so spot on with that?
What? Okay. We had changed. Right, the Miata MX-5 Roadster. The first generation of the MX-5 was launched at the Chicago Auto Show on February 10th, 1989. It was inspired by the post-war era of British sports cars such as the MGB and the Triumph Spitfire.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
That's an Apex reference.
God damn it.
Sorry,
Such a
guys.
good memory.
Both of you.
Sorry, I don't have a life. Don't put that in.
We're gonna put that in.
Stop saying it.
Keep going.
Continue.
Continue.
Maybe I don't want it. Anyway, in Japan, the MX-5 was not badged as a Mazda, as the company was experimenting with the creation of different marks for deluxe models. What?
Nothing.
Similar to Toyota's Lexus brand, instead, the company sold the MX-5 under the Unis brand. Huh. Really?
Yeah.
Una's honest?
No.
I don't know if you know this, but when you guys were kids in the early 2000s, Mazda had like this really weird badge before the traditional one.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think
yeah.
a circular one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the Unos brand.
Oh.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Basically, they tried it, but they failed miserably.
Really?
They failed miserably.
I
It was
did
like
not know that's what that badge was.
I didn't either.
it was
I was like, what the hell is that?
I found out because there was a car in my neighborhood back in the day that this guy used to have like 3 of them.
Really?
Damn.
3 of them.
Damn.
And they had in the side it said Mazda by Unos. No, Unos by Mazda. I was like, oh shit.
Interesting.
What does that mean?
Thank God for Encyclopedia Reviews.
Yes. We can take it as brain whenever. I think I already made that joke.
You did.
That was last episode. If you guys were watching.
Please, shut up.
Anywho.
Anywho.
Anyway.
The MX-5 was the work of a collaboration between a man called Bob Hall and Mazda's
Bob Hall. Eddie Hall. Anyways.
Anyway.
And Mazda's kid.
and Mazda's Kenichi Yamamoto, the president of the company at the time. Once the MX-5 production was approved, oh god,
Jacob, that said Yamamoto.
I said Yamamoto, yeah.
It's a
Yamamoto. Shit.
That's
Run it back.
Run it back, Turbo.
Just cut this out. The Mazda 5 was the work of a collaboration between a man called Bob Hall and Mazda's Kenichi Yamamoto, the president.
Bro, why are you reading it
You said cut it out.
You watch anime, damn it! I thought you know something about this.
I know where we are, Julio.
Yeah, continue. Go.
Okay, the president of the company at the time. Once the MX-5 project was approved, Toshihiko Hirai
Good enough.
would become. You try reading this shit.
Chief engineer of the car.
Would become the chief engineer of the car. Mazda kept the body of the MX-5 as small and light as possible to not only produce excellent handling characteristics, but also so the vehicle could comply with Japanese compact car regulations. This meant that the MX-5 weighed in at around 960 kilograms or 2,120 pounds.
So it's like barely over a ton.
Yeah.
Damn, that's light.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, that's light.
Like,
And the wheelbase was 2,265 millimeters or 89.2 inches. Why'd you put everything in millimeters? In kilograms?
Because
It's Japanese. I'm stupid. Never mind. Oh. Hey, I made the connection in my own mind. I realized that
it's American.
no, I was gonna say that. I just copied and pasted.
I'm recording it.
I don't know what you mean, bro. Cut it.
Cut it out. Okay.
Okay.
The lightweight body was combined with a 1.6 liter
Dual overhead cam.
overhead cam, 4-cylinder engine that produced 150 horsepower, and later an 1.8 liter power plant that produced 120.
When manufacturers say dual overhead cam, there's 2 camshafts on the top of the engine, the cylinder heads. Basically, is a chain that connects them both, which produces more revolutions in the engine, which makes the pistons go
Big boom boom.
a lot of power.
Can you explain that for dummies now, please?
basically engines, pistons go up, down, two rolly things,
They
chain,
go
power,
simultaneously.
boom, combustion.
Like one.
Honestly, I don't even think a caveman would.
A caveman would not know that. A caveman
I
would not
know,
know
I'm
English.
saying-
I'm gonna sneeze.
Anyway. Okay. Shut up. Mazda also gave the car front and rear independent control arm suspension. At first. Oh my god. Okay, can you stop? Can you pause it, please, so I can compose myself?
Okay, we're composing right now. Okay, take a second.
Did you pause it? Why didn't you pause it?
Compose yourself. Okay, where were you?
I was at the Mazda also gave. Okay. Mazda also gave the car front and rear independent control arm suspension, a first for the company, four-wheel disc brakes, and stamped steel wheels. You good, bud?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
When it launched, the MX-5 was highly praised for its fun driving characteristics and price. Motoring journalists appreciated that the special attention paid to cockpit. Can you guys please stop?
Keep reading.
Keep going.
Okay. How do you say that?
Which one?
This one.
Ergonomics?
That's what that word is?
Yes.
Ergonomics? God, this podcast can make it look a
The short throw shifter.
the short throw shifter, the precise handling, and its ability to be easily controlled beyond the limit of traction. Damn, sounds like a good comment.
Beyond the limit of traction, so it means it has TC, traction control.
Yeah.
Okay. Why does it have to explain it like that?
What are you guys talking about?
No,
it's just,
the precise handling and its ability to be easily controlled beyond the limit of traction.
So it's just saying it has traction control.
Okay. Yeah.
Or it could easily be controlled.
Oh, so like drifting.
Basically, when you turn,
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
No, in a sense, yeah, pretty much.
Because if you can control it beyond the limit of traction and drifting with no traction.
I mean, the only one here that probably drifts is the Zeus.
You're pretty much steering the wheel more than you should be doing that.
Yeah, his forerunner.
It wasn't a rain. It was raining too.
Yeah, no shit. No wonder it fucking drifted.
I got a question for you later.
All right.
Okay, on to the Mazda Cosmo from
You can
1967 to
skip that.
72. We're skipping it?
No.
Why the fuck do you tell me to?
It's just a comment, bro. I'm making comments over here.
There's no way we can create this list without including the Cosmo, the first production Mazda car to be fitted with a rotary engine. Mazda chose the Cosmo name because it reflected the worldwide fascination with the space race, and they wanted to showcase the rotary engine as a forward-thinking future of technology.
Definitely wasn't.
Definitely was not.
No.
I just dropped literally.
Very funny. The Cosmo made its first appearance as a prototype car at the 1964 Toyota Motor Show. Between 1965 and 1966, Mazda produced 20 pre-production Cosmos for their test department and 60 for their dealership testing. I made a fucky wucky.
Oh my gosh.
What did you do?
I'm not gonna say it again.
No, what'd you do?
No, for real.
I scrolled up on it.
Oh, what?
Well, I lost where I read.
Carbon.
Full production of the Cosmos started in May 1967 and lasted until 1972. The cars were hand built. Oh wow,
That's impressive.
that is impressive.
That's why I don't know if you've seen them for sale, but their value is skyrockets.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
If they're made by child labor, I would hope so.
God damn it.
I mean, he's probably not even wrong.
I'm probably not wrong. Cars were hand built and at rate about one a day. That's not bad.
No, for a full ass car, that's not bad.
No,
Pretty good, man.
which made a total of 1,176. So they took that's a couple years just building cars. That sucks.
Continue. Continue. He just paused. Yeah.
The series one.
Yeah, okay. The Series 1 Mazda Cosmo was fitted with 810 rotor, 982 cc engine that produced around 110 horsepower. What? Okay.
Got 10 seconds.
Okay, well, I'm not going to read anything else All right, after some fixes of technical difficulties, we're back. So the Series 1 Mazda Cosmo was fitted with a 810 two-rotor 982cc engine that produced around... What the fuck are you guys doing? That produced around 110 horsepower. This model was named the 110S for export markets. It used a Hitachi 4-barrel carburetor and a slightly strange ignition design. 2 spark plugs per chamber with the dual distributors. Mazda made it matted
The rotary engine to a 4-speed
to
manual.
a 4-speed manual transmission.
That's actually a pretty good combination. If you were to do a 5-speed, your revs would be too low for the 5th gear.
Yeah.
So they rather just take it to a 4-speed because you have higher revs. Which
This was in
the
67 also.
60, yeah.
Did they even have
Probably did provide
5 speeds?
heavy duty things.
Probably, yeah, but then at that point, it's just a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
much.
It's like,
In 1968, the Series 2 Mazda Cosmo was introduced with a more powerful 128 horsepower engine. It also featured power brakes, 15-inch wheels, and an upgraded 5-speed manual transmission. Compared to
There it is.
Compared to the
The 5-speed.
Series 1, the new model was faster with a top speed of 193 kilometers per hour, or 120 miles per hour, and a quarter mile time of 15.8 seconds.
1.5.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Damn, 120 top speed with a 1.5.
Live my life for quarter mile.
Yeah, 1.58 seconds long.
Hold on, can we just say for 1968? Imagine going down at 120 miles per hour.
Somebody in their
In
fucking
68, in a hand built car.
yeah.
Yo,
Hell no! You have nothing. You have no
Your
airbags.
Your life isn't anything at
No,
that point.
no.
You don't have a life.
Part of the Cosmo's success in Japan was attributed to the fact that the road engine gave Japanese buyers a financial advantage when they had to pay their annual road tax. Buyers could get a more powerful engine without having to pay the tax for something above, I missed what that said, something above 1 liter. You spell liter.
What? That's how you spell leader.
Litre.
Oh, you're right. All right. You said
787B.
Yeah, 787B. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's nice.
God, that was a nice car.
okay.
Okay.
He's Myra in the car.
Um,
just letting you guys know.
We must
Yes.
remain focused now.
We must
Must
remain
remain focused,
focused, soldiers.
Mazda was the first Japanese manufacturer to win the 24 hours du Mans. Is that what it says? Yeah.
24-hour Le Mans.
Yeah, Le Mans, yeah. In 1991, something it took Toyota another 27 years to do. The 787B was also the first and only racing car to win the Great Race using a non-reciprocating engine. The 787B was powered by a 4-rotor Wankel rotary as eardrum shatteringly noisy as it was powerful. Something all those who heard it at the Mazda tribute of the festival of I cannot fucking read. Can you pause real quick? I'm dead.
Do I pause it?
All right, for our final car, the Mazda 787B. Mazda was the first Japanese manufacturer to win the 24 Hours de Mans in 1991, something it took Toyota another 27 years to achieve. The 787B was also the first and only racing car to win the Great Race using a non-reciprocating engine. The 787B was powered by a 4-rotor Wankel rotary as eardrum shattering noisy as it was powerful. Something all those who had heard it at the Mazda tribute at the Festival of Speed presented by MasterCard in 2015 are unlikely to have forgotten. It was not Mazda's first time at Le Mans by any means, by the firm having long chosen endurance racing as the ideal way of proving the rotary engine's reliability. The hero of the 24-hour in 1991 was Johnny Herbert, who insisted on extending his stint behind the wheel to take the car over the line. The car had only one problem during the 24 hours, blown headlight bulb. Wow.
Whoa.
That's incredible.
After listening to the sound clip of that car, thoroughly impressed, amazed.
Oh yeah.
It sounds
Can we
amazing.
play it?
We're gonna insert it into the.
Oh, okay.
That
but damn, Mazda.
that's Mazda.
That was Mazda.
You could be like, could you play it? And then
Yeah.